Hello, today we are going to be looking at this geography packet. And to do these questions for today's work, we're going to need this student atlas that you should have gotten with a pickup before last, and this geography packet which you just got. So you'll need those two things, 1 and 2. So today we're just going to be answering the questions on the first couple pages. So obviously put your name right here. It says Oregon is one of the 50 states that make up the U.S. Here are all of the 50 states. It's located in the Pacific Northwest. Where's that? The Pacific Northwest includes Oregon and Washington. Oregon also makes up part of the Pacific coast of the United States. Oh, there's the ocean right there, the Pacific Ocean. Pacific coast includes the coastline of Washington, Oregon, and California. So color and label the following states on the map: Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, and California. Be sure to capitalize and spell each state name correctly. So please, so what that means is Oregon's right here. Please color each state a slightly different color that they ask you to color here. And before you color it though, actually, first please write the name of the state. So there's Oregon, so you'll write kind of in right there, just like right in that area, right, Oregon. I'll do it for you. You're gonna want a sharper pencil than I have. Oregon. And then I might get a colored pencil and color it. Let's see what happened here. And color a color. So I've got, here's a gold one. So I'd choose Oregon and I just color that one this kind of gold. It's like, and then I would do the same thing with Washington, but maybe do that one red. And so just follow these instructions. And then when it says use a dark pencil to outline the Pacific Northwest, that's 2 different states, Oregon and Washington. So I go around though. And when you're trying to figure out, well, Daniel, where are Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, and California? You can go to the next page, this one here. So Oregon, we should all know that one. It's right here. Looks the same as that. And then it tells you, oh yeah, north of Oregon is Washington, east is Idaho, north is Washington, east is Idaho. On the southeast tip of the state is Nevada, and then southwest along the Pacific Ocean is California. So you're gonna label those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states. And we know how to do this, right? Compass rose. Please make a nice compass rose somewhere with cardinal and intermediate directions. That means north, south, east, west, and northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast too. So I might do that over here. Like that. So it'd be like north, northeast, east, southeast, south, etc. all the way around. So please do that, and check this out. If you have a little bit of time on your hands, color and label the rest of the states. And you might not get all of the way to the East Coast, but see if you can at least maybe go to the midway point of the country. It's important to know these states too. So you do that, and then the other thing we're gonna do today is this page here. Elevation worksheet. Use a topography map of Oregon to answer the following questions. Topography is like the study of land, especially elevation, meaning what's higher and what's lower. So the 2 maps you're going to be using, the big one is this one here, cross-section of Oregon. And the other one you can use is in your packet, and it's right here where it says topography. So please just answer these questions. What is the lowest elevation on the map of Oregon? You can just use this for that. See, this is kind of like if you were to, because it says cross-section, like if you were to cut a chunk of the state and look at it from the side. Notice how the ocean is very low and the mountains are very high. That kind of makes sense, right? And it's like if you're driving from the coast, remember you go up kind of high first and then you go back down, and Portland's in the Willamette Valley, and then if you're to go up to Mount Hood, you go really high up again because Mount Hood is part of this Cascade Range. So just look at that for those. Lowest elevation, well, it's going to be really down here. It's basically 0, right? Highest elevation, And it doesn't really tell you exactly from this, but you can see it's a little bit over. There's 5,000, that's 10,000, it's 15,000. It's a little bit over 10,000, right? So kind of decide how much over that you think it is. The Cascade Range, you guys. Cascade Range are these mountains that go all the way up through Oregon, and they also go all the way up through Washington into Canada. And they actually go down into California a little bit, and Mount Hood is part of the Cascade Range. And what separates the valley, which is where we live, from Eastern Oregon are those big mountains. So as you look at this, you could be looking at this too, when they talk about things like the color, they say, what color does that represent on the map? Eastern Oregon is between 4,000 and 5,000. That's where you look at this and you find 4,000, 5,000, and it's that kind of color. And if you have a colored pencil that matches that, or a crayon, try to draw it. But you can also just label it. You can be like, yeah, it's kind of like a brown. It's like an orangish brown. And just take a little bit of time and look at this map. Notice how green means 0 to 1,000. That's basically sea level. That's basically the same level as the ocean. So it makes sense that right along the coast, this is the Pacific Ocean, it would be green. And when you go drive back to Portland, we're up here somewhere, right about here. When you drive back, you go over the mountains, and then again, it's very green because it's so low. But then as you keep going up to Mount Hood, the colors go from light yellow to gold to kind of this orangish brown to brown to brown. And then you might even get a little bit of white, which is like snow. And oh, there's some snow. That's Mount Hood right there. And then it goes down a little bit again. And all of Eastern Oregon's kind of higher. So please just be using that for that. And then you can answer these. And for which mountain range is the lowest, just look at these mountain ranges here. Coast Range, Cascade, and Blue Mountains. Choose which one's the lowest between there, and it's pretty clear when you look at it. So that's what we're doing today. Highest section of Oregon is located in the, we'll see where all these white bits are. So kind of decide, where do you think that would be? You can do it.